What's going on, crime fighters? It's your boy Knight,
And I'm Logan.
and welcome back to the Film Cave, episode 10. I'm remembering getting better at this. Yes,
10 weeks in a row, man.
yes,
Big deal.
episode 10. That is a big deal. We're going pretty strong. We're as strong as we can be so far. We haven't broken down yet. We haven't tossed our computers to pit of fire or nothing.
Sure.
So, we're still going good, but welcome back to the Film Cave, the one-stop shop for any and all goddamn things film and entertainment.
With a little bit of extra from this crazy guy and myself.
Yes, sir. And to top the show off, I don't even know if you know this. I don't think I told you this yet. Not a huge deal, but something cool to kind of keep up with the channel and shit.
Okay.
We have an official TikTok.
Oh,
I decided to make one.
sure.
So I'll send it to you. So you guys, that will be linked in the description box below. So far we're going strong with a whopping 25 followers,
There you go.
but almost 1,000 likes. So we're big time. I think we're the biggest people on TikTok right now.
Yep. Nobody's even close.
Not at all. So jealous? I think so. But yeah, guys. So check that out. The link will be in the comment section below. Just little fun things. There'll be a few little snippets of the show, little BTS. You might see my face doing dumb shit, and of course, Logan, I'll give you access to that too, so you can post shit whenever you want. So yeah, check that out. Also, if you're new, welcome. But do us a favor.
Pretty please.
Right, hit that subscribe button. I tell you, it's one of the best
man.
things you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We have amazing content coming up. We have this show every damn week. We're going to go live by the end of this month, which I'm so excited for.
It'll be awesome.
So excited for. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So subscribe. Hit the notification bell to see more of our faces, and sometimes mine just by itself. I know it's a tragedy, within itself, but please bear. It's worth it. So yeah, guys, really appreciate that. Thanks for coming along, and yeah, let's get into it, man. What do you say?
I'm ready to go. This is a fun one.
Yes, sir. So, as you all know, and those of you who may not, we have a segment we like to start off, on our show, which is Out There in the World. Me and Logan are a bunch of damn nerds. We love talking about movies. We love talking about film. We can do it all damn day. But we chose to bring it down to just an hour and a half. So, there's other things we love as well. Sometimes film still creeps its way back in there, but sometimes we just like to shoot the shit. So, in traditionary fashion, Sir Logan, do you have anything to kick us off with?
I mean, nothing specifically to me. I think the second one on our list there is really the one I think this is the big one for this. But we'll go in order. I'm gonna say no for the first time, I think.
Wow.
I'm gonna say because we got a big one to talk about out there in the world.
You? But all right, cool. So since do a little soft pitch. That really wasn't a pitch. That was like a toss-up serve. Yeah, there you go, serve.
Yeah.
Well, my volleyball years failed me. Borderlands, which is a film I'm slowly becoming, I want to say excited. We ain't got shit yet, but the intrigue is quite high. Yeah.
Intrigued is a great word.
Yes. And I also completely forgot that Eli Roth is directing that movie, which I'm like, oh. Okay. But they're going for a new edition, and one I highly approve of. Miss Jamie Lee motherfucking Curtis. Still looking for her. She might join the cast of Borderlands, and if she does, that's a lot of good look on
A lot of
Borderlands.
star power.
A lot of star power. I was just talking about because she's fine, but yes, a lot of star power for that. Kevin Hart's going to be surrounded by a lot of talent, which can make him look really damn good if he doesn't turn out the way we want him to.
Start doing those movements.
That might help if he does that, actually. That'll bring more, nuance to his character.
There you go.
I forget the character in which they're Dr. Claudia. I forget the last name.
Tannis or something? Tannis?
I believe so.
Let me look. Yeah, Tannis.
Yeah. Did I get the first name right? Was it Claudia?
Trisha.
We'll just say it. That's what you guys heard.
That's the one.
That's the one. So yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I think that getting talent is never a bad thing. What if I wanted to say, if there was something bad looking here, it's that they could be paying incredible talent a ton of money because their script is shit. And we've seen that happen in the past. But also, I mean, I just think I go back to what Kevin Hart said in those quotes that we talked about a couple weeks ago, talking about, he's wanting quality. He's about, good films and good stories. And so I'm going to be excited for this because, like we've talked about, first of all, Jamie Lee Curtis really is one of the finest older women. I mean, she's still so good looking.
Yeah, she is.
And then, I mean, obviously Kate Blanchett. And I definitely think this is a movie that we should be excited for. It's one of those things, at least if you're gonna do, because video game movies still have that kind of iffiness. And if you surround them with great talent, it's hard to not be at least somewhat excited, because it's like at least they're going as hard as they can. Granted, Assassin's Creed had Michael Fassbender, didn't turn out great, but
right.
So it's like it's one of those things. But there's no reason for me not to be excited here.
Like this, I agree with all of that. And did I also tell you, on some just complete and utter bullshit, how I missed Jamie Lee Curtis by being right here to her face.
Really?
Yes. So this is back when the world was regular and I had a job. My friend who worked at the counter next to me, I won't even say next to me, we were fucking adjoined. Here was mine. Only thing separating us was a last little strip, and she was on the other side. So it's like, oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah, she's one of my clients. I'm like, what? I'm sorry. I say it again. So she said it again. And she said, yeah, she's on her way now to pick up some stuff. Wait a minute.
Holy shit.
Okay. So this woman knew how much I just drool and fawned over fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. She knows this. So she comes my way. Okay, listen. You need to fucking tell me when she walks through that goddamn door, you let me know. I need to make sure I'm all you let me know.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I got you. My guy. I went to go take a piss.
Oh man.
Went to go take a piss. I come back. My friend has the dumbest face, just there, just dumb face.
Just like, oh no.
My God. You missed. She was just here. What the fuck you mean she was just here? You have my number. Text me. This bitch is here.
Couldn't have stalled her or something?
Nothing. No, she came in. She looked real cute. She had her little, no makeup. She just had a little jacket on, a little hoodie, some sunglasses. She was so cute.
Come on, man. That's wild.
Bruh. You text me. You text me any other time when somebody's at my counter. Text me when Jamie Lee Curtis is here. Nothing. Yeah. I was so pissed.
Crazy.
But anywho.
Heartbreaking story, you guys.
Yeah, that pissed me off. That I missed her like that. I still hold a grudge to her to this day. Anywho. Alright, so on to our next subject. And boy.
Yeah, this is the big one.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And those of you that don't know what that means, what the fuck is wrong with you? It only means the greatest fucking athlete, one of. But I mean, if you, in grand scheme, him and Jordan, that's a tough, bruh. In terms of the greatest athlete, especially achieved, yeah, you're bugging. But conversation for another time. The GOAT. The greatest motherfucking NFL quarterback, all that history.
Yeah.
Tom Brady won his 7th ring. Yes, he did. In spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Won his 5th MVP. Yes, he did. Kicked the ever-living shit out of Curly Boy Brown, Mr. Mahomes. And what?
He didn't, but... Okay.
He kicked the shit out of him.
He doesn't play defense, but continue. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, offense don't mean shit. Heard you. Got you.
No, that's not what I said. You said that Tom Brady...
Yes, as his motherfucking team So
Okay, hurry up. Keep going.
Kicked his shit out of fucking
Keep
Mahomes. God damn it. But anywho, what was it? 31 to like fucking 8 or 9?
9, I think.
Yeah.
Three field goals.
Which Mahomes has never got his ass kicked that bad.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
No, they didn't even get into the motherfucking end zone. Nothing. It was beautiful.
Okay.
It was beautiful to watch.
I thought it was boring as hell. First of all, as a game.
Yeah.
But no, what I hate about it is because obviously, like Tampa Bay fucked them up.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things. Like I didn't really care. Like I was going from Mahomes because I have a slight connection.
Right.
But I didn't really care. I was just like, every year I'm always like, I want a badass Super Bowl game.
Right.
You always want it to come down. Like when there was an interception on the goal line from the dumbest play call ever, and when the Seahawks had that play, like insane ending to a Super Bowl. So it's like that's an awesome game. Stupid moment, but awesome game. And with this one, I felt so bad for Patrick Mahomes because that motherfucker was. I feel so bad because he had his best offensive lineman got injured last week or 2 weeks ago, and they had two guys that had never played or never started before are starting in the Super Bowl, and they had swapped positions all around, and he was just running his ass off all game long, literally had no protection whatsoever. I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad for him, and he has a broken toe, which is crazy. Getting surgery on it now, but yeah, man, it was a wild game though, because it looked like varsity versus JV, which kind of it was in the terms of the defensive line and offensive line, because you've got Jason Pierre-Paul, and Ndamukong Suh out there. It's like, god damn, man, it's wild.
Thing of beauty.
But because that's the thing is, I hate it where Tom Brady threw for 3 touchdowns, and you expect that of him. I almost wish that MVP had gone to the defense, because they are the ones that fucked.
They destroyed. They
it was
there was all on the knee.
Yeah, and also, I really, the only person I don't blame for the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes. He tried his ass off. He had no chance. He was throwing the ball and it was going through guys' hands and bouncing off their fucking face plates.
Right.
It was he's giving them just dimes straight to their face, and it's just I felt so bad for him. But Tom Brady, literally, it's nice that there's no competition in the NFL in terms of he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
It is weird because
yeah.
He's at least in the sense of winning. That's why I think I said it last week, but you can never bet against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And it's because he also he has that the other thing is, it looked like a team that had a young guy as the leader and a team that had an old guy as the leader, because the Chiefs were just getting penalty after penalty after penalty. It was who the fuck was coaching y'all this week?
Right. There was a lot of dumb shit.
Y'all had every emotion was at a 10, and then the Bucks are just straightforward. We're gonna fucking win this game, and then we're gonna go home, and that's exactly what they did. Or they're going to Disney.
Right. They got smacked in the face by greatness. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Now when that wall hits you, it's just so unexpected.
I know. I would have really liked to see if the Chiefs O-line was whole, because I still don't think, because those guys still would have dropped passes. So it's but
it would have been the deficit that it was, but they still would have lost. The Bucks, if their defense played like they did when they had the whole shit, they're not winning. That's just
there was even that one play where Mahomes was he was running his ass off. He ran a marathon that whole game, and he was literally laid out flat, getting tackled, and threw that sidearm pass, and it bounced off the guy's fucking face in the end zone. And I'm like, y'all, sorry, just go sit on the bench, man, because y'all have no chance. Your guys are terrified. Yeah. They're on they're in an empty stadium, and they're still terrified of the Super Bowl. It's y'all were just here last year, and you're acting petrified. So I felt bad for him, but also Tom Brady walked in there and was like, this is my day at work. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna do my job, and I'm gonna fucking walk out. And that's exactly what it looked like. Yeah.
I don't feel bad at all. Because motherfuckers want to walk around here like Mahomes is already the goddamn GOAT. I was like, listen. So this was your lesson. This is your lesson to all of you that are watching. That shit, I don't want to hear no more. No more. Don't walk around here and say, oh, Mahomes. No. Just because a motherfucker last game with green eyes don't mean he's a fucking GOAT now. Them and all these other fucking NFL and analysts on TV and shit. I hope y'all are watching. I know y'all are, because we're so,
we're the biggest channel.
Damn sure. Damn right. So, I know y'all are watching. Cut it off now. The shit's done with. He got his ass whooping. He got sent to bed. He's still great. Absolutely. And his future is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But enough of that shit.
I haven't really heard anybody say he was going to be the GOAT. I just think I think it was more of like, I think it's more of like, I've been hearing people say like, oh, it's the passing of the baton, because I definitely think that he's the next up and coming great, young guy. But
that's smart and makes sense. But
yeah,
some shit that's been going on before.
If somebody's saying that's wild. They're idiots.
And especially all of the fucking analysts and TV and the Max Kellermans and all these other people. I'm like, listen. Y'all are
poor Max.
Quit gargling, man. Like, Kellerman's been to what, 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years, 3 AFC championships, and all of this shit. He's destined to be damn great.
Yeah.
But to call him the GOAT already is like, oh, he's just so great. Y'all are fucking bugging.
No.
And I don't feel bad, because during the game, he said, he had his toe shit. He said it wasn't bothering him. Whatever. This motherfucker was still pulling off ridiculous passes, even when like fire under his ass. So I'm like, I don't feel bad for you, motherfucker. No.
Yeah.
I was like, potential rematch? I believe so. In terms of next year, Brady coming back.
For sure.
We running it back. Mahomes ain't going nowhere. He's just went for surgery today, I think, or he's going in tomorrow for it. So I think we'll be good by then. But boy, oh boy, Tom, brother, congrats. Thank you for doing the haters another favor.
What I liked about it is at the very end, like confetti's falling and he walks over to Gronk, and they both say, "This is what we do."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
two tutties.
I'm like, man, that it really is. The only knock I have against Tom Brady is he's a fat fucking Trumpy. But besides that, he is the GOAT.
Yeah, that's a little sting.
But he's the GOAT for sure. It's it's funny because this is the first time we've really seen. I mean, Peyton Manning kind of, but it wasn't to this extent. Like Tom Brady left, and good players just swarmed to him, and you can take a shitty team straight to the Super Bowl. I mean,
no, he pulled. Anybody who made a difference in that game last night through Tom Brady's hands was every motherfucker he brought over.
No one that scored was on the team last year.
Right, nobody.
Absolutely insane. That is so wild. I think it's hilarious. Awesome.
So I was like, okay, it's A. But now a lot of people are up for free agency. I don't know. Please don't greatly. Don't fuck your shit up, please.
Nah. Young guys will leave to go get paid, but guys that want to win will come.
Right.
Take less money.
Exactly. You young fucks, don't be stupid. But all right, moving on, because I can talk about that GOAT all goddamn night and how beautiful that game was. Just a spanking. Go to timeout, Mahomes. Go to timeout. All right. So the Snyder Cut, and I realized I got so hyped I didn't show this shit.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right. You guys know what they're supposed to say down there by now. Justice League, the one of the cut of the Snyder, is coming up upon us. And in true Zack Snyder fashion, he decided to give us a little tease of Steppenwolf in action. Him beating the holy hell out of a bunch of Amazons and a horse.
And a horse.
And a horse. And it was glorious. That one little second was 10 times better than the whole fucking Amazon we got in the original. Holy hell. Like, you see the R rating, you see the brutality, you see the fierceness in this man, you just see just the gall, just the like, he hit one Amazon and like 50 gallons of blood just spurt from her. I was like, oh, this is glorious. I can't.
Yeah, sure.
Oh God.
Unnecessary, but sure.
No, it is not. When you see a big ass demigod hitting you in the face with an axe that size, and blood is not supposed to fly from you, sir.
I feel bad for the kids. They can't watch the fucking Justice League movie.
Fuck the kids.
Yeah.
You know that's my motto when it comes to anything. Fuck the kids. Take your ass to bed or go watch PBS somewhere or something. The adults, this is our time. Y'all had your time, whatever. Mature material, shit, real life things is applied to our damn comic books. Go to sleep. Sure. All right. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
No, so I will admit here, the first thing I'll say is it's awesome. It's really cool. Yeah. It really is. It's better than any action I think that we got in the first Justice League movie. Like, it's completely different kind of action. Right. You felt the weight. Like, I love how you see he's getting shot by arrows with like spears connected to him, and he slams that fucking axe down to like cut it, and that's when he yanks that fucking horse. I was like, you feel, like, he's a big character. It's like Thanos. Like, you watch Thanos pick something up and throw it, and you feel how heavy and how strong he has to be. And then, Steppenwolf is picking up a horse and slinging it like a fucking yo-yo. It was awesome. What I will admit here is, like, Zack shows a lot, and we'll talk about our main story is something else. And I'm hoping that this isn't the coolest thing that we get that we haven't, like, we know nothing about. Like, I didn't need to see this, and it's intriguing for sure, and it's exciting, but, like, can you imagine you seeing that for the first time, not in black and white on a tiny screen from a phone camera, but on, in 4K on your TV at home, in IMAX, in color, and you're just like, holy fuck, like, this is happening. Like, watching them just cut that lady in half and just, whatever. So it is a thing of, like, I wish that we could wait, and I hope that this isn't the best, but I mean, it's awesome. It really is. I doubt to say that's the best out of 4 hours. I think it's pretty good. Let alone, I don't think it's the best in that scene. I'm sure. Sure, yeah.
But I think I like the tease, and I think Zack is at a point where he has to tease. That's why, especially with this, because there's so much attached to the Snyder Cut that you have to get people like you have to do that. Because if you're just trying to go off sheer merit and just like, oh, it's a Snyder Cut, yeah, cool, we have it, motherfucker, you're not gonna go anywhere because there's too much attached to it, and not all of it is good. So I think it's a necessity. I think he knows what to tease. That's what I like. He's not just throwing shit like, okay, here, like, watch my movie, please. Like, no, it's just like, oh, they're gonna love this shit. Okay, here, just give them that, cool, all right, that shit is great. It's not too overwhelming, it's not too much, just what to do. And he just lets the cards fall where it is, because of Snyder Cut, even if it's the most badass thing in the world, people are still gonna be like, oh fuck, this is so damn stupid and dumb and blah 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 blah. Because, well, we'll get more into that later with our other topic, but so this is some shit he has to do, and I think it's really damn cool. Steppenwolf, looks like a fucking beast. He's already 10 times better than that fucker PS4 looking bastard, PS3 or 2. Sorry, not even 4. I remember, oh my god, dude, that was on like a few days ago, and I'm just looking at Steppenwolf.
It looks so bad.
I'm like, bro, like, I never sat back and just looked at him. Like, wow, he looks like shit.
Well, and I will be perfectly honest, I do wish that they kept the more humanoid face just for performance wise, just making it look better, because it is a thing of it just looked like a video game, and like they should have just done the CGI better, but yeah, no, he looks so bad in that.
I'm the same.
Yeah, I think it is. It's the same actor, that was supposed to be it. It's the guy from Game of Thrones.
Or they're gonna like tweak his voice up to look more, because his voice
doesn't fit. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So I wonder if they're gonna like alter his voice a little bit. Cause you see that big fucker walking around like, "Oh, come to mother." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, this is.
I'd be interested. I'd be interested to see that. Yeah, I haven't heard him talk about it, but because that is something that was drawn from his original vision, was that actor playing that character. Right. So, but maybe they did redo the voice, because I will admit, you're completely right. It doesn't fit that Shakespearean. Doesn't go with that barbarian.
Yeah, no, not at all. So unless he came into unless he reshot his lines and redid them, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, no.
It's possible. Just ADR, not too bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. That's a lot cheaper than to bring a whole thing of actors back. Like, hey, this fucking here. I'll send you the mic. Here you go. Do it and send it to me. So, we'll see. All right. So anything else you'd like to tackle, sir? Do you have anything else for us before we move on?
We got some good headlines. I'm
do
excited.
Have some good headlines. Yes, we do. Yes, sir. But before we get into those, if you made it this far and you like what we talked about so far, one, I don't know what I said one and went like this. I have no idea. Sound off in the comment sections below if there's something else that we missed or you want to talk about, or if you just want to continue the conversation from our topics. Go ahead and get keyboard happy in the comment sections. We'll dive in, give our input, we'll make it a thing. Second, hit that subscribe button, please. All right,
I gotta do it.
Yes, sir. Moving on to our headlines of the night. Now, this one I'm pretty damn I'm excited for. I'm quite excited for. You? Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna lie and say I would have preferred others.
Yeah.
But now that it's happening,
possibly.
I'm not mad. Possibly, right. I'm not mad. Just because this motherfucker can do no wrong. I am sorry. Keanu Reeves has officially been approached. Discussions, who knows, maybe even signed. We don't know.
Sure.
To be the MCU's Kraven the Hunter. Now, one, this is badass because it's Keanu Reeves. This man can play a cardboard box for 2 hours and it'll be one of the best things ever in life. So I'm fine with that. Now, again, like I said, I've had other choices.
Yeah.
That I'd be like, okay, like one that comes to mind immediately, and I think was like the leading fan favorite was Jason Momoa, but he's Aquaman. But he can do both, but that'll be a hell of a confliction of, that's a lot of work, brother. No time for you. That was my number one as well, because he just perfectly fits that shit. He's basically Kraven in real life anyway, walking up and down the streets. So yeah, I'm excited. It's interesting. That's obviously a smaller framed Kraven than we're used to or expecting. But frame doesn't matter with Keanu because he'll still kick somebody's face in. So what do you think? How you feeling? You for it? Yay, nay?
Is kind of where I'm at. I'm not as big of a fan of Keanu Reeves in terms of his acting as you are, I don't think.
Wait, I never said I was a fan of his acting.
Okay, good.
I think it was saying that Keanu was
but I mean, obviously, it's one of those things. Everybody was saying, "Oh, we want him for Moon Knight," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know, like Moon Knight." No, Shia was my first.
Shia was perfect.
I mean, yeah. And for me,
it's literally crazy.
Which Jason Momoa, it is a thing. Like he would have been phenomenal. But that was one I never even really thought. Put too much into that because he is Aquaman. He's just they wouldn't have done that. But my pick was Joe Manganiello. I thought he got on Twitter and was like, I want to play Kraven if they're doing it. Like he said it like a year ago, and he's fucking giant. He's stacked, and he looks just like him. I mean, it could have been beautiful.
Okay.
he would have looked a lot better than what he looks like as Deathstroke without his helmet on, as well. So I just, Keanu Reeves, it's going to be an interesting one, because I even did end up hearing someone else say, like, what also is coming out of these reports that, whatever sources are like, oh yeah, we just heard that he got, offered this role. They're also saying that he's going to play not a villain, basically. Like, he's supposed to be going after Peter Parker, and he ends up helping him, and he's not a bad guy. And I was like, please no. Like, so I really hope that's not the case. And I will also admit, I don't know where Kraven the Hunter fits into these giant movies that we're getting now with Spider-Man, because this one's kind of supposed to be a half Spider-Verse, and then people are saying the fourth one is a full Spider-Verse. So it's like, where does Kraven fit into that? But even though the second movie, I feel like it should have led straight into Kraven with him and his secret identity getting out. But yeah, for me, I'm interested to see what they're doing here, because he's also older. Keanu Reeves is not young, but he is John Wick. He's badass. I despised the last two John Wick movies, but John Wick himself is fucking amazing. So we'll just have to see. I'm interested for sure.
Oh, it was a shake of disappointment, by the way, if you was unaware. But so interesting enough, and ironically enough, Joe for the role, and I'm going to explain the difference.
Okay.
His acting is very one note. That's
you talking about Keanu Reeves?
No, I'm talking about Joe. Keanu as well.
Oh, you should,
but that's the irony.
Okay.
That's the irony in it. But Keanu. What?
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna be able to go past that.
Wow.
Keanu,
okay.
Yes.
That happened. Right. Okay. But yeah, let's keep that going. Keanu. He's more charming with it. He's more likable with his. Like,
sure.
Even though it's a one note, it's like, I'm still loving. Like, he pulls you in. Joe is just, all right, you're just this big brute that keeps doing the same fucking thing. Like, it's nothing appealing. There you go. Appealing is more to it. That would be my only worry. Because even if Keanu's just doing like little one note shit, he's still charming. He still brings something to that character. It's like, all right, cool. I'm invested. I'm just like, I don't get that from Joe. Out of everything I've seen him in, multiple things, it's just kind of like.
I have to disagree with that, because like when I think of Keanu Reeves, and like if they're gonna deck him out, which I'm sure they will, they're gonna put him in the fur and they're gonna have him be Kraven, and I already just know he's gonna be like, hey, I'm Kraven. Like, that's how he talks. And I'm like, what the fuck? Whereas Joe Manganiello walks in, Kraven the Hunter.
I mean, that's true.
Kraven the Hunter has the gravitas of like someone walking, like a model walking down the runway. Like, he's like, fucking look at me. I don't give a fuck. And that, I think of Kraven like that. He's like, I'm in a ridiculous outfit showing my chest and my abs with lion around me, or whatever it is. It's lion in it. And or like a leopard or something. And he's like, and I'll fucking kill you. Like no one can get out of my reach. And so I more so like, I think that Joe had like, they could go that route of like, he's egotistical. He's like, who do I need to find? Easy. Like, it's like, he's got superpowers. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and like, I think like, I don't see Keanu Reeves having the gravitas where I see Keanu Reeves. It's a weird sensation, because obviously you see him in anything and you're like, it's Keanu Reeves. I love him. Right. He's so fun, and he's obviously very talented. But I don't see him with that, like, I don't see him ever taking a character over. Like, I see Keanu Reeves. And so, whereas Joe Manganiello sadly we didn't get to see him as Deathstroke in the Batman movie that was supposed to happen, but we haven't seen him in anything massive, and I feel like this could have been like his big role of stepping out and saying like, here's what I can do. And because he even fought for it, and so I'm like, I was like, I wish that he could, but for all I know, he said no. You know, maybe they went to him and they said, you know, hey, what you got? He said, nah, never mind. But I don't know, man. It's interesting to I just can't picture Keanu in the outfit. Like, he can't have his shirt off.
Right. It's definitely not going to be a physically imposing.
Yeah.
Craven. Maybe this one just be pure, you know, taking strategy and traps and da da da. And if I get you close, then I'm gonna stop fucking beating the fuck out of you. But I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. For I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But all right. So now, speaking of the bowl of super TV spots, not a lot, to be honest with you.
No.
There was like 2 that was worth a damn in terms of movies and things like that. We had Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We had Fast 9. What am I missing? That's literally it, isn't it?
That's it. I didn't. I mean, Christ. Yeah, no. Like, I know there was like a Raya and the Last Dragon one. No.
Yeah, I don't care. But that's the first time I've looked at that when I've seen it. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, the graphics are fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the animation.
It's a pretty movie for sure. It will be, at least.
Definitely. So that I'll say. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was it in terms of movies. Yeah, that's really dry. Jesus, that hurts.
They're too afraid with COVID stuff. They don't know. You know, Fast 9. I think is the first movie ever to have 2 Super Bowls in a row to be, you know, have those commercials. It was just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that did debut in the fucking.
So
that's hilarious.
I think that's really funny.
Wow.
And then, you know, obviously Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Making history and shit.
Yeah.
You a hater.
Well, okay, but I think we should start. I think we should start with Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah, absolutely.
And will you just admit that there's one shot that's interesting in the whole TV spot?
No.
Okay. What are the other shots besides the car getting magnetized through a building?
That was beautiful. That was the one that I was like, I'm really probably not going to watch this movie. Like, I still haven't seen 8. I mean, I don't know, man. Stop being a hater, man. Jesus.
It's just, and seeing John Cena, he just looks so stupid.
No, he doesn't. He is a purebred Italian.
Oh God. From Boston. Man.
And we don't know fully what Dominic Toretto is. I didn't know in the movies he's just purebred Italian. I don't think any of his blackness is in this film that is in Vin Diesel. I just think he's pure Italian. So listen, John Cena is just a vengeful Italian brother, you know, who just got left somewhere as a kid or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. He's a half brother.
That's probably the route, honestly, that they'll go with is half. Yeah. Just because the way Fast and Furious is, Dominic, troubled kid, you know, fucking in and out of jail. You're not going to have a fear brother. That's going to be fucking half brother somewhere because daddy is a player, whatever. So, back to the shots, though. There were a few, but not fully because of the reasons for just badassery. Somebody who's obviously fully invested in the franchise, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So the magnetized car, obviously that was a money shot of like, whoa, what the fuck? Letty fucking whiplashing somebody into a goddamn tree was amazing. I'm like, all right, cool. That's badass. The house is being rebuilt. That makes me excited. I was like, yes, good job. We're getting that flashback of we're diving deep more into Vin Diesel's childhood and past. We have a shot there with the NASCAR race. That's where, you know, Vin, as a kid, beat the shit out of that dude after his father. That's where his father died. All that other shit. So we're finally gonna see that and dive into that. See, come on, I know these things.
I miss when these were about cars.
They are about cars. They just
like, I don't care about his. I don't care about his character, but I just
God damn it! I wish you were in front of me right now. I would choke the shit out of you.
Because guess somebody who
just admires character, whose number one thing is character. When they dive deep into it, you don't give a fuck about it, sir.
That's like it's like a movie about SpongeBob, and you're like, but his character is phenomenal. It's like the franchise, it's still terrible. Because guess who also is a very bad actor? Vin Diesel is a garbage actor. And so, no, I don't care. He walks around, he does the same shit over and over again, says family 18 times in the movie.
And this is. There's some other movies where it's like, okay, he's showing some range. Got it. But in these movies, yeah.
John, as an aspiring actor that you are,
yes,
you have more talent than this motherfucker by a long shot.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not saying he's Denzel. I'm just saying there's movies where it's like he's not just heart garbage. That's a little unfair. There's some movies where I'm like, okay, I get it. I see it. You're not just sitting there.
What?
Now,
okay. Was that Stallone?
That immediately came to my mind when I did that. I was like, that wasn't Vin Diesel. That was pure Sylvester Stallone. But you get it. It's the same shit.
No, for sure. Also, somebody that's not that great of it. But anyway, I mean, it's gonna be funny to see this movie and like where they're going, because I'm honestly just more interested in the next one, because it's going to be space or like time travel or something. Like they're gonna do some wild shit.
Well, they're going to space in this one apparently.
And oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Ludacris and Michelle Rodriguez couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut, especially Ludacris.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, why would you? Why? You know, we've been asking you motherfuckers to go to space for the longest. So instead of surprising us with it, you're just gonna say it. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Like,
that's about right. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's obvious. You know, the money shot, like you said, is the car going through the building. Very crazy to see that. The CG looked awesome. You know, but then again, I mean, they've had a year to work on it, so I'm glad that they, you know, I'm glad they're doing that. It's like, how is that going to be used in other ways? Like, how is it connected to just that car? How is it not picking up all the metal in the building? Like, all these things are coming through my head right now.
I mean, who said it wasn't? There was a lot of debris flying everywhere.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just logic is not in the franchise.
Yeah, I don't even know why I thought about it. But
yeah,
I was just like...
And then it is funny with the whiplash off the bike. That was a cool one, and it did remind me, because I did see Hobbs and Shaw, and it reminded me of the absolutely ludicrous moment where The Rock chokeslams that motherfucker. He's just holding this man outside a car. Is he driving at the same time? Oh, he's in the passenger.
Jason's, yeah.
Okay, but he's just like, he throws him into a wall or something, and I just remember, like, for some reason that movie worked for me, and I was able to turn my brain off and go, this is so stupid. It's
now might be a good time for some curls.
And so it's possible for me to enjoy these movies where you just turn your brain off. It is possible. The Fast and Furious ones, I think it was the fact that, like, I actually did have an emotional response to the end of Furious 7.
Yeah.
That, like,
as we all did. Yeah.
How ludicrous we've gone since then. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you could have actually done something special, and it's
gone. There's only one movie after that.
Well, I'm looking at like this one too, and like, you know, like that one. I guess it did have that car that jumped from the building.
It wasn't ludicrous.
But it was just like you had a moment of like, this could be where we change things, and instead it's like, this is where we dial it in.
I'm just like, bruh, if you don't think Furious 7 at all is let me just put this out to you. Vin Diesel shattered a parking garage by merely stomping on it. I don't see how you don't think there's no Lucas.
No, because is that the one where like The Rock is like barely in it because his arms broke, and then he comes out with the Gatling gun. It's like, what is this? And then
cavalry woman.
And then Vin Diesel's like fighting on that parking garage with what's his face, and they're like breaking concrete with their arms and shit.
The street.
Like, they've got And
I was like, oh god.
Yeah. See. So I mean, the movies can be fun, but and that's the thing though, is like, it was such a crazy movie, and then it ends with something so special. Right. And it was just, I mean, I just remember like it felt like I had a baseball in my throat, trying not to cry in that theater.
I tried nothing. It was
when the cars take, I'm like, oh my god, it's crazy.
Right.
But,
that's the most beautiful, like, metaphoric way to possibly.
No, it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Wow. I was like,
Bring back their original cars, basically, and just, but his is white now, and it just, I was like, damn, they fucking killed that.
Yeah. That was pretty.
But yeah, in terms of the TV spot though, it was fine. Obviously, the one money shot, but I think that's when you do a Super Bowl commercial, something like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't think did this very well. You need a money shot, a true money shot, and that was it for Fast and Furious 9 was the car. And
I don't know if you caught it, but they went very full blown fucking Zack Snyder in this trailer as well. There was hallelujahs everywhere. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm like, did Zack Snyder fucking?
What are they doing?
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I guess I was like, it's
sure,
fine. But I just found that funny how hallelujah, because that's synonymous with the fucking Zack Snyder. So I was like, all right, whatevs. But yes, so Fast wasn't the only one.
Yep.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the other. We got the official trailer for this, and boy, oh boy, this looks gorgeous. It
really does.
So phenomenal. It truly hit the nail on the head. It's like, boom, all right, this is their chemistry. This is why we love these trailers so fucking much. The action was great. The little, I don't want to say visual story beats we got was pretty damn cool. And which I liked. And I have one question in particular, but on a scene that I might think be going down or what it is, but we'll get to that. Bucky looks like a badass. He's whooping ass. Falcon is taking full charge. Like, Sam, like, this, finally, brother, like, you get in your spot. I'm happy for you. Like, your time to shine, and I love it.
Yeah.
The staring contest at the end, I fucking love. Like, that was amazing. That was it for me. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. There's just gonna be, if there's so much of that in this is gonna be great. Because that's how they are, like the best of fucking frenemies type shit.
Right. That's exactly right.
We got to look at Zemo. We finally got Purple Mask Zemo. He looks fucking great. I still don't know who this hand face bitch is, but the mask is pulling down. Apparently she's kicking the shit out of people. Yeah. Left and right. Fucking Bizarro Captain America. We got the same shot. Not much of him. He's still being really kept under wraps.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. They didn't show anything. It was just that and a few action shots, and that was it. Well, we got a lot of Sam's shield tossing in this trailer, which is cool. Which,
I want that.
Training sequence, right? The training sequence we got, and it looks like later on in the series, he's gonna have that thing up. That shit, right? But yeah. So what did you think? Talk to him about.
I mean, what you originally said is, for some reason, like that, the trailer ended, and I was like, God, that looked good. Like, it was beautiful. For some reason, I just thought it looked awesome. And then, I mean, this is what's funny. Like, this was supposed to be the first Marvel Disney Plus show to release.
Oh, and Agent 13, and she looked fucking badass.
Yeah, she looked, like a Black Widow. She had a full Black Widow fight scene, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. But this was supposed to be the first show that we got, and I can really see why, because it seems very, for the most part, like, obviously there's things we don't know about the story and where they're going, but I feel like I'm going into a Marvel movie. Like, my excitement for this is very similar to the excitement for the type of movie that Black Widow is. Mm-hmm. It's hand-to-hand fighting. Some people might have superpowers, some might not, type of thing, but like, it's a Marvel movie, it's this, it's that. Like, they're kind of similar. And so I can see, like, this is the show that, like, they should have introduced my dad to and said, like, here's the first Marvel show. This is why you need to watch these, because this is a movie, but it's 6 hours long. Right. And
very cinematic.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we see Zemo, which what's interesting is there's a few shots where it looks like those three are together. Which is interesting.
What three?
Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Zemo, and like they might be working together in some capacity. And then the only thing I've only watched the trailer 20 times. But I was like looking through some stuff, and there's a few shots, just a few, that are like in some sort of nightclub looking thing.
Yeah.
And there's a fight scene or something there.
Yeah.
But there's a shot that we see, and in the background there's like a wall of like skulls, like as decoration. And I was like,
it's like a catacomb club.
And if you zoom in, they're not human skulls, they're skulls.
Oh shit.
And I was like, holy shit, like this is gonna bring us into Secret Invasion, like.
Well, yeah, because that's like that's another show.
And right.
Secret Invasion to a fucking show. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be. I didn't even think of what seeds we might be getting here, because I've thought the real chance is Thunderbolts coming in, you know, kind of being introduced here with Zemo being there. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, there's so much about the show that we are not expecting.
Oh yeah.
And you know, somebody could be a Skrull and we don't know. So maybe that's the point. Maybe our fake Cap is a Skrull, and you know, people don't know that he's not a nice one or something. I don't know. But overall, the trailer looks fun. It looks awesome. It also, like, seeing Falcon fly around, it's just solidifies, like, I'm like, oh, thank God, like they're giving the budget
right
to the shows like they give to the movies, and I'm just thankful that, like,
Wanda alone was 150. I was like,
yeah,
Jesus.
I know, crazy. So, you know, it's nice that they're like, hey, we're not gonna jip this, we're gonna keep the quality up, and I appreciate that. But overall, yeah, it looked awesome. And yeah, I feel like their banter, they're just roasting each other all day long. Like when he says like, that girl kicked your ass, like I busted out laughing. That was phenomenal. Because I feel like it's
kick your ass.
Like if you and I were walking around outside, like we would be doing that to each other. We'd just be busting each other's balls like all day. And and then if something were to go down, like we'd have each other's backs 150%. And then right afterwards be like, God damn, man, like why'd you do, you know, or something. So
what happened, man? Damn.
So I really think that humor is going to be good. The blink contest, kind of weird. I was like, that's a little cheesy, but it depends on the chemistry, and the chemistry's there for sure. Right. And so I'm definitely excited for it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I absolutely loved the staring contest, because that's very much them and what they would do, especially Falcon, because they're fucking childish. That's his humor, especially him. So it was definitely great for me. And speaking of Fast and Furious, he pulled a little Fast and Furious move at the very end. Think, nod to your people. But so there was a shot in the trailer that makes me think, okay, Cap is dead. So I think he's dead. They're at a funeral, and I think they're gonna have a funeral for him during this. So I think he's gone, because there was a shot where Sam is in a full suit, like regular suit, not like his hero suit, holding the fucking shield. There's a mural of fucking Cap right by his side, and he just looks distraught. So I'm like, I think Cap is dead now, and we'll see that kind of passing, or that moment, having like a funeral for him in this show. So I think I think if you're going to do that, I think this is the perfect show.
Sure.
To put that in and to handle that in, obviously. Such a strong, big thing as the death of Cap. I think it's perfect, especially for a narrative story point, and just to officially give fans like closure. Okay, yeah, this is officially Cap is done.
I didn't think about that. That's because for some, I probably watched a video or something, but I thought that was like at like the Smithsonian, that where Cap had his little thing. But that almost
address for that.
So that was the thing, was like, I want to say I heard somewhere somebody was like, what if they're forcing Falcon to give the shield ceremoniously to their choice, and they're doing it at Cap's Smithsonian thing, and like, how fucked up would that be? And so I was like, okay, I like that, but then I think I might like your option even more. It's because that does make sense. It's because it's a thing of like, if you don't kill Cap, they're going to be going, when's he going to show up?
Right.
When's old man Cap going to show up and give him a pep talk or something? And it's like, look, we don't need that. That's happened. That's happened plenty of times, and it was always awesome every time. But we don't need that anymore. That's over with. And so I almost think that it's kind of like with Iron Man, like kill Iron Man, and let's start to move on from Iron Man a little bit. Because we don't need him in every movie. We're solidified now, and I think that's kind of the point of the show, is saying, hey, Falcon and Winter Soldier are awesome characters, and we're going to show you why they don't need Cap anymore. So I think killing Cap would actually be pretty smart, and I would be down for that for sure. Having the shield, either, whether it's putting it on top of the casket and that's his job, or whatever it may be, I could definitely see that being pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's what happens too. I think Sam will either bring the shield to the funeral to like, okay, here, like, thank you, but like I don't think I am deserving of this, or like this is like just synonymous with you, or whatever. Leaves it on top of the casket, or sets it up behind him, something, whatever. But I think that's what's happening there. And we got a brief glimpse of Bucky with the shield, which I really liked. I was like, that looks pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. But but yeah. So that was that. Anything else you want to add to?
No, I mean, I would like to see Bucky with the shield more, because vibranium shield with being held by a vibranium arm.
Right.
Good fucking luck.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Whoever's on the receiving end of that. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. So our last bit of headline for the night before we get into our main topic.
No, we have one more after this.
Do we? Did I lie to myself?
I don't think you wrote
it
it
down.
down.
Yeah. Duh. See? Yep, that's why you're here.
I got you. I wrote it down because I was going to forget.
Yeah. Okay, so no Snyders 3. So
it's an interesting title.
Right?
It's like the Warriors 3.
I thought it was nice. Right. Rest in peace. So Tom Holland is apparently denying any and all involvement of Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire for the upcoming Spider-Man 3. Now, this can be some, little ghostings, a little change of direction from Tom, because he's fucking known for spoiling any and everything in a Marvel movie. But now that he's matured, he's no longer that young anymore as he was starting out. So the inner geek and fandom of like, I just can't contain anything should be gone. He's saying there's absolutely no involvement unless Marvel's pulling off something that he just does not know. They're not involved in this film. I'm gonna call bullshit, at least for Andrew.
Yeah,
Toby can very much well be. Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm done.
Yeah.
But Andrew, I think he's in there, and this is just Tom's way of kind of like reining it back. Even him, he was like, "Listen, it's been a few weeks now. I still don't even know what the fuck's going on." Like,
which is
so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's Marvel protect themselves. You have to.
No,
But Tom,
sure.
Done too much.
But a lot of people forget that, like, Tom didn't spoil himself dying. So I mean, he did a pretty great job, because he died in Infinity War. But I think that this is Tom doing his job. Hey, I don't even think he should be doing press right now. Like, or I think press people should be nice and say, hey, we're not going to ask you because we know that you can't say anything. But also, I mean, in terms of, because I would like to think we all know that this is happening in some capacity. Some multiverse stuff, other Spider-Man, at least Andrew Garfield, we're pretty positive on.
Right.
So what I will admit is he can ride this lie for a long time, I think, because I would hope at least that Marvel, Disney, and Sony are smart enough that any multiverse shit is not shot in the public. Like, I don't want to see paparazzi set photos of Tobey Maguire in the suit again. I will be furious.
Right.
Because that's ridiculous.
You see the saying that William Dafoe has been spotted on set of... I'm like...
Crazy.
I don't believe it. I ain't see it. Unless I see it, I don't believe the bitch.
Right.
All speculation. But...
I fucking love it. God damn, like, if he was our Norman Osborn, fuck yes.
That would be pretty cool.
And so, like, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, that's why I'm like, don't give me a, you know, I don't want to see any of it. Keep it up. So, or if I'm going to see it, release something official that you filmed on a stage that announces what we're getting.
Not a baggy ass fucking stunt suit walking around the mill.
Give me a shot of the three of them together and going, Spider-Man 3, and here's the title, whatever it may be. And I'll go, fuck yes, here we go. And then, because I can't remember what movies have done that, but some have. They're going, hey, we're about to start shooting on location. Let's release some stuff so it doesn't get spoiled here.
Right.
And, you know, usually it's, you know, a first-time superheroes, you know, like suit reveal or something like that. Like, they'll just give you an official image because you're about to see a terrible version of it on set.
Right.
And so... I hope that they're smart enough to keep it a secret if they're not going to give us something official. But yeah, Tom is he's making his money and saying, hey, you know, I signed this thing. I'm going to bullshit my way through all this, because that's the other thing is Tom is now a massive star.
Right.
He's going to get a script with 90 to 95% of whatever the story is. Because he's the lead. Like, they can't sit there and surprise him. Like, what are you gonna do? Make him watch, like, be surprised? But like at the premiere, they're gonna surprise him. Like, he's gonna be doing press up until the day, you know, weeks after the premiere. Like, how are you gonna? So you might as well just tell him early and get it out of his system. You know, say, okay, we're not fucking doing this. Because he has to have scenes with these guys, so it's not like you think he's just never gonna have a scene with them. Like, it's because I would be furious if that was the case too. If they had no interaction, any of them, we just saw them.
That would not
so,
be like
yeah. So like, I think this is Tom being a grown-up actor in you know, movies that can be spoiled.
Finally keeping his mouth shut.
And I think that he's just better at this now than he was as a child.
Right.
When he just got thrown into Civil War with like 2 weeks to get ready and then was in it. And
it's not even that. You're just a little ass kid playing Spider-Man.
Right.
So a bunch of fucking Avengers.
Just like, only every kid's dream. Yeah.
Right.
And you're living it. So.
But they're doing a really damn good job as you know, everything and so much that's going on in this fucking movie, and nothing yet has been like leaked or spoiled or whatever. Yeah. That's pretty fucking impressive.
Sure.
With the amount of shit that's in this fucking movie. And it's like, that's just, you know, Marvel SWAT just like really being on that bitch like, y'all better not say shit. Like, just mom.
Exactly.
So that's really good on them. But yeah, I'm hoping, you know, we'll at least get Andrew. Tom, we already know he's an asshole. So it's like, if he doesn't...
You mean Toby.
Why'd I say Tom? Because Tom. Okay. Damn, it's been the guys. Don't judge me. It's been a rough day. So yeah, he's fully capable of doing that. And to be honest with you, I know that'll be like the ultimate cum shot for Spider-Man fans. They see Tobey and all that. I personally do not care. But if it is what it is.
The thing for me is if they're bringing back Doc Ock, possibly Norman Osborn. Doc Ock's confirmed.
Yeah, he's
like that tells me we need to at least see something of Tobey. It could even be, oh, he died, and here's a picture.
I'm gonna say that's probably like the extent they'll go.
And if he says no, or like, hey, I'll do it for $30 million, and they're like, all right, and like he's standing in his doorway like, I'm not doing that, and they're like, sure, there's your death picture, bitch, and like walks out.
Right.
Like, we'll put that in the movie instead.
If they do that, they'll probably do like a turn where like Doc Ock, he's not a villain, he's actually a hero now. He was, but at the end of Spider-Man 2, he didn't die. He took the lessons of what Tobey taught him. Now he's like yada yada yada.
So I don't know, but I personally to that because the original Spider-Man trilogy that was my childhood, and Andrew I love as Spider-Man, not as Peter Parker as much, but as Spider-Man. But we only got 2 movies of him, and the second one was garbage. So it's like I would prefer Tobey because I was 5 years old or something, 6 years old when that first one came out.
Jesus,
crazy. And so yeah, you can imagine all I wanted to do was be Spider-Man. So it would be cool to see him, but also like I could see them going like, okay, fine, I'll be in it, and then just like he walks around like this, just like this is ridiculous. And I'm like, if you're gonna do that, if you're not gonna show up and act like you're getting paid a ton of money, go home. Like I don't want you in the movie. Right. So if they're gonna do it, go all out. If not, don't even try. That's kind of where I'm at.
I'm not mad at that at all. All right, so there's that for the Spider of the Men. Good job, Tom. If you're truly bullshit, good poker face, good for you. We're proud of you, and the journey you've come. Now we just got to get Mark Ruffalo on, because that motherfucker spoiled.
He's bad. He fucking films the shit.
Right. That too. Like, damn, but you even doing illegal shit. Like, you that bad, bro. Damn. Wait to see that's bad. Wait till the next one. We all die in that. Dude! It's like, oh, what I said? I was like, bro, yeah. So him and fucking Mark, wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they still had jobs. After that. Okay. Now, speaking of Marvel, WandaVision.
Oh.
Did.
Okay.
What,
I thought we were getting a whole theme.
Nope. Just that stops there.
Okay.
So episode 5, yes, debuted, and boy, oh boy,
man, the shit's hitting the
fan. Spider-Man. In terms of
Speaking of why this is definitely a multiverse movie.
Right. So before we get to that. Great fucking episode. This was a perfect blend of reality and wonder switching back and forth. I was wondering how they're going to do it, and I don't know why I wondered. Monica Rambeau had a lot of revelations. She had a lot of time to shine in this episode. She figured a lot of shit out. Yeah. Basically broke down the whole Hex, which is now the official name of it all, thanks to Darcy. She figured out how Wanda is literally manipulating reality into the world.
Yeah.
Right. Went in with a Kevlar vest, ended up with a whole outfit full of it, which is pretty damn. That's pretty cool.
I would like that.
Right. We found out Wanda was an absolute G and walked up to fucking Sword and was like, "Give me my man." Yeah. And I was like, "All right, well, damn."
So you're slinging drones at him.
Right. So I'm like, "Okay, cool. Heard you." The twins are no longer babies.
Yep.
They aged. Well, collectively 10 years. It went from that to 5, 10. So they aged up real quick. Vision is now aware of everything.
Yeah, it's clicking.
Oh yeah, like his gears in full click. They was like, all right, boom, what the fuck is going on?
Well, he even made Norm tell him. He's like, he wakes his ass up. It's awesome.
Right. I was like, oh shit, he just snapped them out of it. Okay. Yeah. Heard you, and then put his ass right back because he was freaking the fuck out when he came to.
He's like, all right, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm sorry. So that happened. Yes. We had another weird break in reality with Agnes acting like this is a full legit TV.
That was so weird. Yeah.
Weird. Do you want to take it from the top? I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way to cut that. So instead of a rewind, it's gonna go
through it.
Right. So we got that. We have the confrontation at the end. But before that, fucking the FBI director being a whole jackass.
Jeez, man. He's a bad guy. He's a type of villain of some sort.
Oh yeah. This motherfucker's probably gonna be Mephisto, who knows. But so it's like he decided to put in a drone, an 80s technology, so it doesn't change and manipulate, thanks to the findings of Monica. Yeah. So they did that. They finally see confirmation. He decides to shoot a fucking missile at her. I'm like, are you bugging? This woman has a whole town just chilling.
Yeah, you think she's not gonna stop that?
Right. So she comes out like a G. That was a bit.
Oh my god, it was so cool.
She walked out that fucking hex. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Which I found interesting because she has her accent back now. So
It's like it's starting to kind of come back. Yeah, it was. Which
Right.
it was a good middle ground, I think. Like I actually liked where it was, even though it did kind of stand out to me immediately.
Yeah, it was kind of weird for me a little bit. I was like, but I was like, okay, sure, roll with it. And then she just went bad bitch and just turned everybody against the director.
Oh,
just like,
so good. Pulled a Magneto.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and then she fortified the hex even more. So I'm pretty sure that bitch is just like,
nobody's getting in now or something.
Right. So yeah. So go from that, and then we get the confrontation between her and Vision, which to me was one of the best, just incredibly acted scenes in Marvel. Oh, we had those two. That was such a great scene, though, what those two did, especially Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Bettany killed that shit. Like, I felt for him. Like, the whole time, I was like, holy shit.
Hearing the Vision say that he's scared.
Yeah.
Was like, I was like, holy shit, man. Like, I'm like, this is beautiful. Because how would you like to be an all-knowing android? And then all of a sudden, you have no idea how you got to this place. You're just going through it. Like, oh, I'm just going to pretend like I'm okay. And it was a beautiful confrontation because it was really well done. And also so similar to like a couple fighting at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you don't have the right to do that, you know, like it's like that's my decision. I was just like, damn, like this is
army one. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, shit, that was
awesome.
He was like, what you doing is wrong. Like, I understand, but like dude, like it was just
when he walks in and is like, I talked to Norm. I turned your shit off and I talked to Norm.
Yeah.
He's in pain. He's like he's got a family and he's in pain. And she's just like, I'm not doing this. And he's like, yeah, fucking right.
It's like what? Watch TV?
It's like somebody that's way too like sane walking in and confronting their wife like, I know you've been cheating on me. Like, you think I don't fucking know? And like she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, yeah, fucking right. Like, and, you know, then she starts like, well, she's like, well, I'm going to bed, and he's like, the fuck you are. Like, like that's what,
you changed it again. I just forget.
Yeah. Oh god, it was so good, man. So yeah, I'm with you.
So good. And then we hear the doorbell.
Ding dong.
It was just like, fucking Agnes, it's not the time.
I know.
We open up the door and we see the back of that silvery ass head.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh fucking shit, it's Pedro. Okay. They got Aaron. He's here. Here we go. Yeah. Show him to me. Boom.
They did a great job, by the way. The back of his head looks just like Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver. They did that so purposeful. Because I was like,
that was not Evans in the other movie.
Because obviously we're about to get there, but I almost am sad that we're not getting Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like when I saw that, surprise, it's Evan Peters. I was like, damn, like because we didn't get enough of Aaron Taylor Johnson's Pietro. But anyway, crazy reveal.
Like ridiculous. And like, here's fucking Evan Peters Quicksilver. I'm like, mind was blown out of belief. Now, okay, boom, multiverse. This motherfucker's pulled out. But we don't think by her doing. I don't think it was her at all.
I don't think that this is even multiverse stuff yet. I think it's a fake out.
I don't know.
I think that Evan Peters
way to do that, to throw him in there, because they made a statement was released like we've been trying to get him in for a minute and he was trying to figure out this way to fucking get in this bitch, and we finally found the way to do it. So like, that could be it. They could be throwing us for a fucking loop, and he's just the recast that someone's throwing in to be like, here, fuck up Wanda's memory a little bit. Here you go, and it's Evan Peters just because, you know, fucking meta. But I don't know. I hope it's not, because he was always the, you know, contractually Quicksilver that we had, because they can only get him once. He was the Quicksilver. So it's like, I hope we get to stick with him going forward, and maybe there's just, I don't know.
in terms of his powers, I hope it is multiverse Fox's Quicksilver. But I honestly think that this is Marvel being a genius here and saying we're only going to mess with diehard fans here, and we're casting Evan Peters, and he's going to come in and he's going to pretend to be Wanda's Pietro. And so diehard fans go, holy shit, they brought they multiverse shit. But they've actually cast Evan Peters as Mephisto. And Mephisto is fucking with Wanda so bad because after that argument, you think that she can go, hey, I didn't do this. Like, this is bullshit. No, she has to pretend like she's in full control. She can't act because she's like, I didn't do that. She talks about how she can't bring somebody back to life. This, that. Right. I think that this is...
Wait.
Like, yeah, and that's what I mean. Is like, I'm your brother. And she's like, okay. Like, she can't say no because she's supposed to be in control of all this. She just walked out there and told Sword straight to their face, this is my shit. And right. But I liked when she sits on that couch. I didn't know. I watched it again at lunch today. A little line that I didn't catch is I think she actually is telling the truth because she says, I don't know how this started.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of explained like, yes, this is me, but I don't know how I got here. And so I think that Agnes, and I honestly, because I think that Marvel, in terms of, Marvel Studios, was looking at Evan Peters and saying, hey, you've been in like American Horror Story a lot, and you're a bomb-ass actor.
Yeah.
You want to come play the devil?
Right.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
You could do it.
And the reason why I think that this is a fake out, I did not think this until Hannah walked in directly after I finished reacting to it. I start editing immediately, and I always yell like, "You're allowed to come in here now." And she came in and she goes, because she watches it while I'm watching it in the living room. She walks in and she goes, "Crazy that she would recast him." And I'm like, "Do you not know who that is?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Have you not seen the X-Men movies?" She's like, "No, never." And I was like, oh shit, like, people that are not diehard fans don't think this is multiverse at all.
Right.
But they haven't even spoken about multiverse, and nothing on screen has she done that makes us think she's done multiverse shit. We're putting that together because we're diehard fans. Because I saw people online going, oh no, when she made her like world red, that was her messing with the multiverse. And I was like, I think that's just her fortifying it to make it stronger. And they're like, no, it's multiverse because he shows up. And I'm like, I feel like you're putting this together instead because you're a big fan. Like, I think they're fucking with us because they're geniuses. I mean, like...
Because another thing that happens is, to think of, like, they're in the 80s. And you pulled an 80s Quicksilver.
80s, yeah.
Like, out of here. So that's what we're thinking, like, oh, another nod to...
Yeah.
Possible multiverse, because like, okay, you pulled that motherfucker from the time.
Yeah.
It's like, even if you wanted to play the fact of, well, no, not even, because even look, I'm gonna say, oh, like a younger Quicksilver, whatever the fuck, but they're about the same fucking age, I look like it. But I'm like, even the fact that it's pulling an 80s Quicksilver from that relative time, so it's just like, that just, oh, multiverse. So a lot of signs point out, I love that Mephisto claim that he could very well come in this bitch and be the perfect.
Yeah.
That man, when he goes dark in acting, so that good. Man goes. So I'm here for it. Another little nod. I was like, oh, okay, what happened with that? Apparently, Monica and Captain Marvel are not at best a fucking place. Because minute that motherfucker said Captain Marvel, she was like, oh.
She's like, she ain't shit.
We're not talking about her. We're talking about what? I was like, the shade. What the fuck happened? So
very weird.
Hopefully that gets. Well, I'm sure that's going to get explained and dove into in Captain Marvel 2. But I noticed, I was like, wow, okay. I love that they called out, the Blitz. That she was beating the fuck out of Thanos. We did that shit. That was a good little counter for you. So did in Captain Marvel. So that was pretty cool. I like that scene. What else am I missing? That was pretty much it. Those are like the only main things throughout the episode.
What I will say about Evan Peters, because there almost is a bigger part of me that wants this to be Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, because his scenes when he uses his super speed are phenomenal. Like what they figured out in terms of filming those and making those, putting those to screen, they're some of the coolest shit we've seen. And he's so powerful, powerful. So there is a big part of me that wants that to be the truth here. I feel like they're just duping us a little bit, but also I do like the idea of like sitcoms used to do this where they would just say, hey, we're recasting this, we're pulling Aunt Viv and we're just going to recast them and just, you got to go with it. And I'm like, I do kind of like that. Like, I think that's hilarious.
That's how
yeah. And so I would be down for sure. But also I think that there's a big chance here that, cause she didn't do it. She did not bring him back. And so people were like, oh, well, it was her son because her son's supposed to have powers and blah, blah. And I'm like, they're not going to just like, I just don't think, I think they would have shown that if he did that.
Well, you know, some shit.
Yeah. And just the fact that they haven't, because also the thing that got me today that I realized was she sits on the couch with the twins and they got the dog. And they ask like, hey, did you have a twin or a brother or something? And she's like,
yeah, go ahead.
And the dog, like, she's like, yeah, and he's really far away and it makes me sad. And while she's doing that, the dog is crying, like out loud. It's like whining. And we've been like, people have been saying there's an animal in every episode and we think that's Mephisto. And then what happens? The dog goes out and dies, which Agnes is 100% Agatha Harkness, by the way, because that happens in the comics exactly. Their dog goes and eats something in her yard and it dies and blah, blah, blah. So definitely happening. But also I think that Mephisto is shape-shifting a little bit, and then he had to go die to now become Evan Peters, or his real self dressed as Quicksilver, I guess. And so I don't know, man. I once again, first of all, the episodes keep getting better.
Yeah.
This is the best episode now. And holy shit, I cannot wait for the next episode.
Yeah,
My God.
Phenomenal. And it's like, it's funny you bring that up because I was just about to bring that up with the brother, but from a different aspect.
Okay.
For me, you know, I'm all for surprises, twists, all of that, and how carefully you set them up to have the better kind of effect. I understand bringing it up at that point, but immediately when they brought it up again and put so much emphasis on the brother, I was like, okay, so either this motherfucker's about to show up right now or at some point in this episode, because there was too much focus on that just for it now to be a surprise or whatever towards the end. And that's the kind of things setup I don't like with something as big as reveals, because the same issue I had with fucking Luke Skywalker and everything else. Like, oh, just one fucking X-Wing, we're saved. I'm like, don't make shit so obvious when you're trying to set something up for later, because then it kind of diminishes it a little bit, and that's what happened. And it even emphasized it even more when I watched other people's reactions, because it was that exact moment and everyone's fucking shit when she said,
"Don't show up."
Oh, is Quicksilver about to show up? Oh, he's about to show up. Her brother's gonna show up. And now when everyone heard that, tied back around, when they heard the doorbell, it was like, oh, it's her brother or Agnes. I don't want that effect during episodes. Definitely crossing my mind when that happens.
So here's what you are 100% correct. Like, we are eye to eye there, and I think that is literally my primary reason of why I do not think that this is actually him, because they tried to telegraph us. We were supposed to go, oh, this is going to be Quicksilver, and they even show us, oh, it's Aaron Taylor Johnson, and then they flip it around, oh, it's not. They recasted him. Kind of, it's like, oh, it's the other one. I think it's bullshit. I think that's the point, is like, because even Wanda unknowingly did it, if you wanted to say that, because I've seen people saying that too. Like, she literally taught her kids, like, this dog just died, don't age up, don't run away from this, you can't bring everyone back to life, you got to move on from this stuff. And she's not gonna unknowingly bring her brother back after saying that. That was kind of the point. And so I think that's the thing, is everything pointed to Quicksilver showing up, everything. So all of a sudden he shows up and he's a little off. And I'm like, okay, let's see here. Because also you got to admit, every other aspect of when characters show up that we know has been, I mean, I guess not. I was going to say, like, because Monica came in and she was very different. But, like, he wasn't acting like the Quicksilver that we know. Not only to, Aaron Taylor Johnson's, he wasn't acting like that one, but he also wasn't acting like the one from Fox's. And so I think that he was really.
You don't think he was?
Well, he was acting like an Italian, like he looked like Tom Cruise in The Outsiders. Like,
well, the outfit, but I felt like his attitude was the same. Like, hey, you want to give my fucking, what do you say, little sister or whatever, a big fucking hug? Like, that's.
Nah, I don't think so.
Animated like that.
Well, he wasn't like that in the. He was jokey and young. He wasn't like charismatic and rude to Vision, calling him a popsicle.
He said fucking Wolverine's bones are disgusting to his face.
Okay, he was a kid. He was like 15 in that.
Don't mean you. Listen.
This is him. He's like 36 now.
Damn.
Or something like that.
That's a lot of age.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, I don't know. It's an interesting one. This is why the show is so awesome. Because I cannot wait to see what comes from this. I don't even know what episode's next. Is it the Halloween episode next, or is that?
No idea.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's crazy that I don't know anything, but it's sad to say that you're 100% right.
How many episodes are there? There's 8.
9.
Right, 9. And we're at 5. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is where all the crazy shit starts. Isn't like the last 4 supposed to be like the most mind blowing shit?
Last 3.
The last 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh god. Holy shit.
I thought it was the last 4. I got excited.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Well, no, but this one's gonna end on some wild shit at least.
Oh,
but...
bro, wild. If it's setting up these 3 episodes to be like the fucking Citizen Kane of TV shows and shits, so this episode's gonna end on some heavy shit.
And also, even just to the point of this episode could be not that special, but we're going to get more of his character, and we'll learn. I think by the end of this next episode, we'll know whether or not he's the real thing or not.
Right.
I would like to think so. So be excited, everyone.
Yes, be very, very excited. All right, so that's going to wrap up our headlines for this evening. Guys, if you stuck with us this far in and you are new, subscribe. If you like what you saw, continue the conversation in the comments below. For those who are returning, if there's anything we missed, if there's anything you want to call out, let us know what you thought about the episode. If you loved it, if you hated it. Is it really Quicksilver? Is it some?
No, yeah, that's what I want to know.
What is it? Sound off in the comment sections below. All right, now for our main topic of the night. Speaking of Justice League again, and speaking of Zack Snyder and his ways of just tickling the balls, we have our official look at Joker. Mr. Leto. I'm gonna pull it up for you mofos right now.
It's a necessity. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. It's like, all right, ladies and gents. Boom! Oh, that's eyeballs. We don't want eyeballs. We want the full thing.
There you go.
All right. That. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. I fucking love this. This is amazing. One, I love this picture. One, we're practically in this man's nose. I'm like, all right, cool. So you can see anything, full detail. And then this shit. Like, bitch, I've been working behind this fucking deli counter for 30 years. What do you want? Like, I don't... Like, bitch, I told you, ran out of fucking salami. Get something else. Like, what do you want? So, I'm taking this whole look, and this is straight out of a comic strip and variant as well, which I love. This is definitely Nightmare, which we speculated just fucking last week. We got the first tease. This pretty much confirms it. This is definitely Nightmare. It's the same background surrounding as the Nightmare Batman photo we got. So apparently these motherfuckers are gonna come face to face, and I honestly cannot wait.
Finally.
For that. I cannot wait for that. Oh my god, like I could just imagine being there, filming this scene, just watching these two like, whoa. Okay. But okay, what I love the dinginess of it. I love that it looks rough. I love that it's just worn. He's just worn down. This is a fucking battle-ridden goddamn Joker.
Yeah.
Love the makeup. The smudge. It's so simple, but yet just all smudged. Just not neat. It's just like, ugh. Thank God they got rid of that fucking damage thing from his forehead. That's what I'm most excited for.
I don't think they got rid of it necessarily, but
yeah, damage is gone. There's no damage on his forehead no more.
He's got more pain.
That shit is gone.
Yeah, they just put.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever you did, it's gone. That's all I need.
I've been seeing everybody say like, oh, they took all his tattoos away, and I'm like, he's got more face paint on, and he's in long sleeves and gloves. I'm like, he hasn't lost his tattoos.
No, I don't care about his tattoos. I actually really liked his tattoos.
I liked his tattoos. Okay, good.
I hated the fucking damage. That's it.
I agree.
But this I love. He looks truly fucking deranged. I hope we get a good few scenes with him. Like, give him his fucking due. Give him his proper time.
Yeah, that shot right there.
Yeah.
It's so going off of what you said, I typed it out in my notes earlier so I wouldn't forget, but you said exactly what I'm thinking too. This is Nightmare, so this is supposed to be kind of future, like possible future Batman's Nightmare future type of scenario. And I fucking love this because people are like I've been seeing it frustrates me because I think you and I both, although it's not amazing, but Joker in Suicide Squad I actually really liked. I found it very interesting, different, but I liked what they went for. They went mob boss Joker, which has been a thing. It's not like that's not from source material. That's a thing. And that's what I honestly, at the end of the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, I was hoping that they would break him out of the prison that that last scene's in, and he becomes the mob boss. He had all those people around him surrounding him, chanting his name, and then I thought he was going to become this.
Right.
But this looks like the Joker we got in Suicide Squad, and what happens when Earth goes to shit. And
he just gets to unleash.
He's not gonna die. He's going to go darker. He's gonna go meaner. All his people around him might die, but he will fucking survive. And he's tired of this shit. He's done. And I saw somebody even say apparently once he takes that long sleeve off, he's supposed to be wearing a bunch of police badges, and those are all trophies of cops that have tried to stop him, and he just wears them. And I love that. I love that this guy's this is literally the exact same Joker that we got if you took him down that path. Right. Because he was glitz, glamour. Hey, you go over there and do my dirty work for me. Well, look at my girl over there dancing on that pole. I'm over here. I'm talking shit straight to your face, and you're not gonna do a damn thing about it. And we're in this club. That guy turns into this if shit hits the fan, and that
looks psychotic. I love it.
It is what if you took everything away from Al Capone. Boom. If you think he's not a fucking psychopath that would just go murderous rampage, then I love this. This shot right here is insane.
Yeah. It just shows it's just perfect definition of just wear and tear. Like you said, I've been doing this shit forever.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing stopping us. I can just do whatever the fuck I want other than big bat motherfucker. But
even to the point of, we've seen the Nightmare before. Mm-hmm. We know, I liked the Nightmare stuff from Batman vs Superman stuff where Batman starts fucking killing people and he's snapping necks and stuff. I was like, that's cool because it's not the real thing. That's what would happen. That's what he would have to do if this happened. I don't like that he's killing in real life. Didn't think that was done very well, but I liked the Nightmare thing. What I like about this conversation, the possible conversation, Joker's not afraid of him at all because he's looking at him going, we're exactly the same.
Oh yeah.
At this point in Nightmare,
club pal.
He's like you and I are the exact same person. Yeah. And I fucking love that idea. So,
I hope they dive into I hope that's a conversation they have. I don't need action from them, Like, oh, we're gonna fight each other. I'm about to beat your ass. No, like, if he's just sitting there like that, right? And Batman is just standing here. If the two profile pictures we got of those two in the same hallway, whatever, is this conversation set up like that, and it's just joking them, talking about how over the years, like, bro, like we're just so much alike. Like you fought so hard to be this, now look at you, and like that would be so phenomenal. Like I'd be like, Zack, bro, like that's the psyche, and that's what makes the Batman, the Joker, so just fucking just hip on hip, just the dynamic duo that they are, because they're so fucking similar in more ways than Batman would like to admit, but all the ways that the Joker knows. And it's like, oh, I hope I get that. You just hyped me up for that, Zack. I hope you do that, bro. Yeah. Like, and I hope it's something. His introduction is just, you have the R rating, motherfucker. Go for it. I don't know if he's fucking upside down, whatever. He turns around like that or some shit. I don't. Whatever.
That's my question. Where are they?
Right.
Because this looks like it could be the worst prison cell imaginable. And they've got Joker in there, or something. Or this could be his, hideout or whatever.
That doesn't look like a prison outfit, though.
Well, that's a Nightmares version. Could be a concrete box with, some trash bags.
About his outfit, though. He looks like that's some picked shit for him. Like, and he got the little gloves tied up and all that shit.
Sure. I don't know. It's just, I'm interested to know, because we've seen the shot of Batman. He's obviously facing Batman, because the way that hallway looks, Batman's further back than how close that is. He's closer to the back of the room. Right. And I don't know. I'm just interested to know, where are they? What's the context of this conversation? Because if they were going to fight, Joker's screwed because he's backed into a literal concrete corner. But I don't think they will. It really is one of those things. The scariest thing about Heath Ledger's Joker was when he started talking.
Yeah.
And I think that they have a real opportunity here. That it's different than what, Dark Knight, masterpiece, whatever. This is a different story than that, where you take it to the future. It's the nightmare version. You can go that route and say, we're the same. You can do that, and you could break Batman and what he's terrified of this future even more by having this conversation. And I really hope that, because it's weird to know that they just shot this, like it's very interesting, but that makes me feel like this has to be the best version of this scene possible.
Yeah.
And that gets me excited, because the way he looks there, he's sitting there going, like, don't look at me, don't look down to me, like, because we are eye to eye. And he's like, I'm gonna sit right here, and I'm not afraid at all, because he's like, you can kill me, that's fine. He's like, but it just makes you worse than me.
That's yep.
And I love it, man. This is what's cool about the fucking Batman. Batman gets cool when it's this kind of possibility.
Right, when it goes into this dark, true mental shit.
Yeah.
Batman is elevated. That's right, the most complex fucking comic book character that fucking is, once done right and truly, dove into it. Not afraid to do anything. Just go in, because the possibilities are literally just endless with that shit. With him and his villain. So it's just like, get it done, Zack.
Yeah.
Get it done. You got
right there with you.
What did Leo say? First you have my curiosity, now you have my attention.
Yeah.
So good, sir.
I will admit that too. Before, I was like, I don't know if I need to watch Snyder Cut. Like, I don't need it. But like, I at least need, now I'm like, I can't wait for this to come out so I can at least watch this scene.
Right.
And I gotta know what they do.
Yeah. Like, have to. You set these.
I have no option but to put this in front of me and devour it as soon as I can.
Yeah, and it's what was I gonna say? Oh, and it makes makes me happy, because now we're gonna get an extended version of the night. So it's just gonna be we're gonna get the whole world, dive into everything. Oh my god. I can't wait to see
Beautiful.
what Manhunter looks like. I just can't. I just gotta.
Do not show me Martian Manhunter, goddammit. I almost wish they hadn't shown me this. But
You what? Oh, the Joker thing?
Joker, but it worked.
I don't think you're gonna get Manhunter.
So now it's like, hey, we're good. I don't need Manhunter. I'll see him. I'll see him in the movie.
Yeah, do not. I think
it's not necessary.
Zack not to do that. Yeah. I think he is, because he knows that's something that needs to be revealed in the film. So I was like, don't do it. If you want to show like, a piece of like a cape or something, like a little hint, like a little cloth, a little corner, like they did for Superman or some shit. Like show a little,
or even just like, if you wanted to release a trailer and have his voice, but not him on screen. Love it.
Oh, do that. Just even if you do the trailer, because we get the trailer on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
If you just want to say, like, again, put the quote out that he did. Oh, it's a war is coming. It's gonna be war. Whatever the fuck it is. If you want to just have him say that in the trailer and like a black screen or some shit as his voice.
Yeah.
Epic. Cool.
Yeah.
Don't show us shit.
We don't need to see it. Yeah.
That's what's gonna worry me. You stand a better chance of him spoiling that shit in a trailer than you do of him leaking shit out like he's doing.
Yeah.
The trailer is where he'll go full balls to the wall, like, here. I'm like, no.
Let's show you all the money shots. Yeah.
Yeah, like, don't do it, please, God. So I'm very nervous about the trailer. That I will say. But I just hope, keep it.
Because also, this scene, I'm scared that this Joker scene is literally 2 minutes, and so don't show me 15 seconds of it in the trailer.
Right.
Like you can show me this shot in color of him looking up, like getting down and going like, "What's up?" You know, like getting real creepy.
Right.
Just show it to me. But I don't. If this is a tiny little scene in a 4-hour epic movie, let me have it when I'm actually watching the movie.
Right. That's very true. And I will be, guys, keep a lookout for that, because my live will be up February 26th. That ban is lifted. And you best believe, because I am not going to try to fucking edit down a 4-hour goddamn movie. No, sir. But I will be announcing soon, I will be doing a full fucking live of that bit. We will watch it together. But I am not editing that shit.
I know. I'm thinking about doing that for Patreon and just showing the whole fucking thing.
Well, you can't show it. Can you show movies on Patreon? You can't do that.
We'll find out.
Right. You'll be like me, just put a shit in your band.
I show all of WandaVision and all of Mandalorian. So I mean, I don't think they can see it. Yeah.
I thought you can't show video on Patreon for the whole thing.
They haven't found me if that's the case. I don't know.
Oh shit! On a couple of motherfucking sticks.
That's the whole point. That's why I like Patreon, because I have to cut down YouTube so terribly, and I put a watermark and I cut out audio. On Patreon, it's just me watching the episode completely uncut. I'm just sitting there. It's the whole I hit record and I'm going.
Motherfucker!
I even I start talking to my patrons. I'm like, okay, let me. This is weird. Let me start my YouTube intro. Here we go. And I'm like, what's up? And like everybody talks about how fucking weird that is and like funny, because I'm talking to them. I'm like, this is some bullshit, but let me start talking to my YouTube thing, because I got to actually intro it. But I upload the whole thing on Patreon.
Wowzers. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't think I definitely don't have the following or.
Well, no, but it's just
to do that yet, but
I like the fact that I have me watching every second of every episode of season 2 of Mando and season of WandaVision. I have all of it, like my reaction to it. So it's pretty cool.
Well, those of you watching, make sure you go subscribe to Logan's Patreon. Follow. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it even is. I struggled to figure that out. But no, you need to look into that, because it's.
I thought about it, but like I said, I don't have the committed followers for that yet. But some I do. Yes,
but it's also a thing of, even if you didn't, can you imagine once you do, somebody subscribe to your Patreon and they go back and they're like, holy shit, look at all these episodes that he has from forever ago. Like I can watch them. You know, you'll have a library of things. Whereas I started mine and people were like, one episode a week. That's all I get. Like, I need more content. And so it's a good problem to have if you don't have anybody on there, because you're just recording it. And then you cut it down for YouTube.
Well, more research shall be done.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yes, we shall. All right, guys. I think that's a good stopping point.
This is a good episode.
Yes. It
had a lot of shit. Went a little long.
Yeah, it was
worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
We're allowed to have a few that run a little over.
Yeah.
What can you do? But guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening or daytime, whenever it is you're watching this. We want to thank you. Thank you for being part of the crime fighting family. Guys, as you all know, be sure to check us out every Wednesday. If you are new, if you like this episode, like what you see, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell to be reminded when each episode is up. Crime Fighters. It's been your boy Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And we'll see y'all in the cave. Peace.
Later, guys.